All right, so if you were watching us live moments ago, this was what some of our cameras captured. You can see missiles there flying in the background. This is Beirut, Lebanon, and the Israeli Defense Forces confirming moments ago they hit Hezbollah targets inside of Lebanon. Just some of the scenes as our coverage continues. There you saw the camera pan over and some of the action there in Beirut tonight as our coverage continues here on NewsNation. There was a question over at the White House briefing today about whether or not the President of the United States has agreed to some sort of a deal with Kurdish forces, northwest part of the country there in Iran, to potentially lead some sort of an uprising. Here was how the White House responded to that earlier today.
The president has held many calls with partners, allies, and leaders in the region, in the Middle East. He did speak to Kurdish leaders with respect to our base that we have in northern Iraq. But as for any report suggesting that the president has agreed to any such plan is completely false.
Former undercover CIA officer Tracy Walder with me now. And Tracy, look, first off, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Seeing that the CIA has been reportedly pretty busy in the last few months, whether it be Venezuela and Maduro, El Mencho with intelligence there in Mexico, and now there's reports coming out tonight about possible Kurdish movement in the Northwest. I wanted to get your perspective on what you think the agency could be involved with tonight.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Blake. I think the first thing is, listen, the Iranian regime is like a hydra, right? So you cut off the head, which essentially they did with the leadership over multiple strikes. But the problem is to really squash the regime, if you will, you have to have boots on the ground. That really endangers the lives of American troops. And so the reality is we have worked with Kurdish forces all over the Middle East, in Syria, in Iraq, and now potentially in Iran, to essentially be those boots on the ground. They have a vested interest in seeing this regime toppled.
Is it your experience that this could be the possible game changer of some sort of movement from that region? And if so, sort of how might American forces vis-a-vis the CIA sort of get that ball moving?
So listen, ultimately, yes, and that's such a good question. I do think that this could definitely change the tide and really topple the regime. But in the long run, do I think that it's good that we are working with them? Probably not. It never tends to go well when we do arm a lot of these groups. It usually devolves into infighting and fighting us, quite frankly. So I don't know that it will work out well in the long run, but yes, in terms of bringing down the entirety of the regime and invoking regime change, yes, it could be effective.
Tracy, as you were talking, this is a live picture of Beirut, Lebanon, and about 5 seconds ago, right side of the screen, we saw more missiles there being launched. Again, Israel confirming just moments ago that this is against Hezbollah targets in Beirut, Lebanon. This started to pick up in the last, 5, 6, 7 minutes or so. It's 1:51 there in Israel and in Lebanon tonight. We know from the White House today, they talked about how missiles were going to be raining down on Iran in the upcoming hours. And again, live look, you can see it there on the other side. They said that missiles would be raining down on Iran in the upcoming hours. Those upcoming hours are now. And as we watch in Beirut, Lebanon, you see Israel and their continuing operations.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.